Hey everybody, welcome to day 7 of the 12 days of Christmas. So what have you decided makes you happy? And yeah, what if there's would you like my Christmas earrings? Do you like those Christmas earrings? But like what if we actually were looking at this? So it's like what this is the whole elusive thing that we're always kind of like looking to be happy or like whatever the whole thing is, right? But what actually is that for each one of us? And it's like if you don't know what happy is for you, if you think it's like some destination or something, like I urge you to totally look at that. Because it's like it shouldn't be location based. It should be like state your being state based, you know? Like your state of being, if that makes sense. So ask yourself right now. It's like let's breathe. And like what makes me happy? And I'll give you a hint cuz it's when you're truly being yourself, you're going to be probably the happiest. So then my question is there then, well what's being you? And I have to say right before I did this, it's like, oh man, um I love like good kind of techno-y dance music that's like not too intense, but it's like that's got just an awesome kind of I don't know, in music you'd call it an ostinato, that it's like kind of it's like a good lick that just goes over and over, right? And just like kind of like transient, kind of ambient, right? And it's like, man, I love that stuff. It's like I totally love like dance and groove into that. I just love that. And it kind of it make no matter how I'm feeling, it like always makes me feel better, you know. And also like doing energy work or facilitating, it's like I it makes me so happy, like, and it's just totally being me, totally being me. And I'm gonna start doing singing lessons again, and I love singing. And it's totally when I was growing up, it's like my parents were professional musicians. So it's like when I was growing up, all I did was sing. I just wanted to be a singer, you know? It was only my dad that like told me, you can't do that, you know, or like don't do that, you know? And then I actually listened to. It's fine. It's like trauma. My totally my childhood trauma. Airing it on Facebook. It's totally not at all though. I'm super grateful that because that's the thing. Singers are slaves to their voice, and that's my dad's point of view about singers, right? Um, but man, it makes me so happy. Singing makes me so happy, and the amount that I've denied myself the things that have made me truly happy. It's like even just going for a sauna with like a good buddy, like having a beer, maybe in the sauna. It's like just makes me so happy. Um, so it's like the simple things. Like I love cooking. I've discovered in the last like couple years, like I love cooking. I want to make a cookbook. I want to make my own cookbook. It's like I love cooking. And I love body work. I love working on people's bodies. And like I love discovering and like exploring like other different things that like ways of doing things, you know? Hate doing the same thing twice. Hate singing the same thing twice, you know? Um, so it's like, what else makes me happy? What makes you happy? What else makes you happy, you know? And are we doing these things that like make our souls come alive, make our entire being just like light up, right? So yeah, I like urge you to like even write a list. It's like, oh man, it's like so if I was totally being me, what would I be doing? So then you know when you feel like a sad sack, when you feel like a total sad sack, you know to like look at this list or to consult the list in your the proverbial list in your head, right? And you're like, wow, okay, well I could just like throw some tunes on and it would change the energy right now. Like totally change the energy right now, right? Also, it's like, yeah, I love playing pickleball. I don't do it enough. I like don't sign up for the leagues fast enough before they shut down, but I need to do that for like the next time they open. Um, but it's like, are you doing the things that you'd really like to do? Because we think that we don't have time. We think that we like don't have the money to do these things, and like all that's like total BS. Total BS, man. So yeah, so you guys, so yeah. So funny. A friend of mine, we were talking earlier today, and her brother's disabled, and just we were talking about like the pressure that like we, because we're so friggin' smart, right? We're so smart, we can put all this pressure on ourselves and like think like, because we're so smart, right? And then you have like, the like some disabled people like, her brother, and happy all the time, gets a lot of things done for him, you know what I mean? But like, how interesting that we would put all this pressure on ourselves, and then we'd like think that we're so smart, right? So it's like, holy crap, like how smart actually are we if we're putting all this pressure on ourselves? So it's like, it's funny that who actually has the higher IQ? You know what I'm saying? It's like the person that thinks so much and they can think themselves out of happiness because they're just thinking so much because they're so smart, and they're just like, right? So isn't that an interesting? That's interesting, right? But what if we like just were aware of how much pressure we put on ourselves and just like lighten up a little bit more? It's like just take it easy, shall we? But how much pressure are you putting on yourself for Christmas? It's like what, 20th, right? How much pressure are you putting on yourself for Christmas? How much pressure are you putting on yourself in your job? How much pressure are you putting on your relationships? How much pressure are you putting on like your body? It's like that's the whole thing. Don't you love it? Like I had done like around Halloween, just like eating all this Halloween candy, just judging the shit out of myself. I'm like, in the time that I was spent judging it, I could have just changed it already. So then I would just like did the drastic, like no bread, no sugar, but like I'm so grateful that I did that. Like now, Um, so yeah, how funny though, the things that you judge, you can't change. So like hear me when I say that. Like the things that you judge, so you're judging your body. Yeah, will never change. You'll never change it if you're judging it. So how much allowance can you have for, and I'm going with the body thing right now. Because I always got a little bit of body judgment. Come on, who are you if you don't? Just kidding, right? And that's the thing. What would our lives be like if we didn't like criticize the crap out of ourselves, out of our bodies, out of like every little nuance, Yeah. So it's like, how much pressure are you putting on yourself with everything? And what if you just lightened it all up right now? So, like, even just get the energy of all the pressure that you're putting on yourself. Yeah. And just let's just go barriers down. Let's just drop your barriers and just soften, just relax. And all the pressure that you're putting on yourself, I'm literally going to get you to like visualize just taking the pressure off your back. Just like dropping the weights, dropping the dead weight. It's time to drop the dead weight. So it's like, even just mentally, it's like, hey, I'm going to put that down. Okay. It's like, even what's the one thing that you're worrying about the most? Okay. And if you're worrying about it, if it feels heavy at all, it's a lie and you're lying to yourself, so you don't have to worry about that. So it's like, it's probably financial, right? Maybe relationship, something like that. So it's like all the lies that you're believing about this thing, because it's like heaviness is lies, and when it's only heavy because it's getting stuck somewhere, and you only get stuck on lies. So what are you lying to yourself about? And what are you lying to you about? And like everywhere you think you can't change, your body, your friggin' money, your financial thing, everywhere you think you can't change whatever you're wanting to change, you can change anything. So it's like, let's ask. Let's ask right now because it can't change if you don't ask. So it's like, what would it take for this to change? What would it take for this to totally change? What would it take for this to totally change? And me, what can I contribute to this changing for you? And what can the group contribute to this changing for you? And what can the earth contribute to this changing for you? Yeah. And ask consciousness to help. So consciousness help all of us. And yeah, what would it take for us all to have a greater life? What would it take for us all to have a greater day tomorrow than we had today? And yeah, what would it take to bring 10 new people into my life that like are totally like honoring me and they are totally grateful for me and like they refer me, a bunch of business and they're amazing and they're like great people and like great connections and it makes everyone's lives greater. And what would it take to bring more people into your circle of friends? If you're like, if you're bored and you want more friends, it's like, what could you ask for? What else could you ask for? It's like, what would you really like in your life? And like, let's ask for it. Let's ask for it together. So what else would you like in your life? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that. So what can I contribute to you having that, creating that with totally is? What can the group contribute to you creating that? Yeah. Yeah, you guys, let's expand out and drop even more barriers. And just even recognize it's like, well, how much pressure am I putting on myself? And you can't change it until you acknowledge it, right? So it's like, how much pressure are you putting on yourself? And like, just put it down. Put the weight down. Put the kettlebell down. Put the kettlebell of worries down and pressure down. And yeah, what if there was no bigger, better, stronger, faster? So it's like, yeah, how much more can you relax? So you guys, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully this yeah, totally brightened up the rest of your day. Yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, my wish to you is that tomorrow is the greatest day that you've ever lived yet. That you have the most fun that you've ever had yet. You have the greatest conversations. What conversations can you have that you'd like have more self-awareness, learn more about the universe, learn more about everything? And yeah, what can I contribute to you creating just like an awesome, awesome Christmas and future? So, yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.